Get a £5 free bet every week with Offer Club from William Hill. Simply stake a total of £20 or more across the week on pre-match football accumulators with 4 or more selections, and you'll get a £5 free bet on the Friday. Join William Hill Offer Club on mobile or online now.
KUGAN CASSIUS IFL team in association with Matchmanship My Bad at the weigh-in here for Joshua Molina. With me I've got promoter Steve Goodwin and manager Steve Goodwin. How are you, sir?
Manager today, promoter last week.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A chameleon you are.
That's what it is, yeah.
Obviously good news and bad news yesterday after the hearing. The fight's on, which is the main thing. Derek getting a bit of a slap on the wrist and 2 years suspended sentence. British title's on the line. What did you make of yesterday's events after the meeting, Steve?
I thought it was a fair decision.
Yeah.
It's a punishment, and I think the boxing board were torn between taking his licence or giving him a heavy punishment. We were there for quite a lot of hours. It wasn't a formality, and for Derek's perspective, thank God they gave him a heavy punishment. So we take the punishment and we move on.
Is DERECK CHISORA uncontrollable, Steve, in your eyes?
Uncontrollable is probably a bit strong. I mean, I can only tell you as I found him.
Yeah, of course.
Since I've managed him,
yeah,
I've met him many times, and he's perfectly thing to deal with. What does happen if somebody does something to him that he feels is unfair or unjust, he does react. He's probably got a shorter fuse than most of us. I think that's probably fair to say that.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we've known Derek for years now, doing what we do. One of the best people, one of the most polite people in boxing without a shadow of a doubt, but he's got a temper on him. I mean it's one of them things. But I'm talking to Calla, and he made a good point that they can give Derek a 2-year suspended sentence for throwing a table. Not the board, I'm not talking about board, but in other instances, someone who's been caught for heads can get 6 months. So work out the maths from that.
I don't want to criticise any board and their system.
No, of course not.
I feel that they're making a decision they think is fair. I think PED should be lifetime. I don't think PED should be 6 months. So I'm not saying Derek's punishment is too low. It's too high. I think the PED is too low.
But like I said, the main thing is the end result was the fight will take place tomorrow. And that's what it's always been about. It's been kind of overshadowed by the build-up. The gloves are off and the press conferences. But tomorrow, both of them get in the ring.
It's all going to happen.
And yeah, that's what really matters.
I mean, we've got to say, we've got to hope that the fight itself passes without incident. We don't want a Dillian White, Anthony Joshua scenario where he's trying to get him across the ring. And we hope they both conduct themselves well. It's a great fight. And the winner's obviously going to go on to major fights. So that's what tomorrow's about, a spectacle for the British public.
Absolutely. All right, well listen, it's been an eventful week, shall we say, yeah. And let's hope they're talking about the boxing after tomorrow night, let alone anything else.
I'm sure we will be.
Thank you very much, Steve Goodwin.
Cheers, KUGAN.